because it's starting.
Is the lighting totally horrible?
Well, you look a little moody there.
I'm not talking about my attitude. How's the lighting?
This side is a little dark.
Should I come over here?
You're on the dark side.
I'm always on the dark side,
guys.
Listen,
the lighting
it's overcast.
It's rainy and yucky.
There's not much I can do about it. But if you saw the amount of stuff in front of me, you would be excited. So it's fine.
Personality will light up everything.
I almost believed her. It sounded believable.
It sounded, yes.
All right. Well, before we get started, I need to see what it looks like myself.
Hi, guys. No, it doesn't look bad.
It's not the worst lighting I've ever been in.
No.
Well, that face was not good. Woo! Oh, there I go again.
The face, you know, we can't help the face.
I can't. We were talking about that during the virtual, that I can't hide things. I can't. Like, my face says it all.
That's for sure.
Hey, did you see that Shelly's dog made the news?
I did. I
blue
saw
bonnet,
that.
something.
I did not know that.
Yes,
I missed a lot.
On the news. Well, his picture was on
the news.
Yeah.
I missed a lot this week. I know I'm not supposed to swear on Facebook and YouTube, so I will replace all of the swear words with puppy. This week was a mother puppy, and I'm so puppy ready for it to be puppy over, because Monday almost put me in a puppy mental institute.
It did. We'll vouch for that.
Tuesday was not much puppy better, but it's okay. It's okay. Wednesday got a little bit better. Thursday got a little bit better, and now it's Friday, and it's the mother puppy weekend. So that's all that matters.
Well, she's going to get blipped.
I don't want to get banned, and I really want to say a bad word, and I'm not. That's all. All right, thank you for coming. We're done.
Okay.
Yes.
Diana says she had a puppy week, too.
Oh, I'm sorry that you did, but I feel a little bit less alone now.
There you go.
Okay, so I have a whole bunch of random notes. Marlene is trying to peek. She has no idea what's happening here. She keeps looking over.
Boxes here.
Well, I'm getting there, Marlene. I'm getting there. Don't be impatient. So, I have things that I have tested. Will you stop with the damn thing? I have things that I tested this week. Things that I need to test that we're going to test together in my not professional way, because if this is your first time watching me test products, I don't do it the right way. I don't read directions. I don't do what I'm supposed to do. I just do it and see what happens, because
you do it the way everybody does
I do it the way it makes sense to me. And I am not one of those manual readers. Are you?
No.
You are, aren't you? I knew it. Marlene reads the manual. Barb does not. So listen, it's just who I am as a person. So if I'm doing anything completely wrong on here, don't be offended. Don't get mad about it. Just laugh along and go, what an idiot. I know how to do that. It's fine. So before we get started, I'm just going to get this out of the way.
Marlene.
Said that.
Terry.
Two quick little things that aren't sunshiny and happy, but they're fine. It's nothing crazy. Number one, because you guys love the cork prints that we got so much, and I told you we had limited amounts and we ordered more, and we have a ton. I still have cork out there to cut. I have cork coming. I have cork everywhere. I have cork coming out of every pore of my body, and there's more coming. If you see on the website that something says arriving, that is the nice way of saying it's back ordered, and I'm guessing it's coming in this window. I don't always have ship dates. If you see that something says it's arriving, as in it's back ordered, please don't order that with anything that's in stock, because I'm going to hold your entire order until the back order piece gets here. We offer free shipping. We have to be smart, and it's only fair, and it's really for the three of us to keep track of who shipped what and what's going on. It's just too much. If we have run out and it's our fault, it happens. I mean, it's my fault mostly, but it's a group blame. If we run out of something and it's my fault and we don't realize it, Marlene says, hey, they ordered something and we're out of stock, we will send you a note. We will send it as soon as it comes. We will ship it separately. That's not your problem. But I'm just letting you know, just like you see on most people's websites, because all of these people that do like the vinyl and the hardware and they do their drops, if you're ordering retail and you're ordering something that's not here yet, if you order them together, you're not getting it until the other stuff comes. So it is on the website now. The other thing is, and you will be shocked how many times over the course of a year I get asked this question, please do not ask me to rewrite or redo or revise anything that is not mine. That's really unfair, and I'm sorry. Listen, I know I'm amazing. I'm not going to lie about that. I know that you love me, and I appreciate that. But I am not in the business to redo anything.
Today.
I'm not in the business to redo other people's things. I have been asked that many times. Too many times. So just because someone else does it and they don't do it the way that you wish it was done, please don't ask me to redo it. If you have a suggestion, I love suggestions. I have a whiteboard in the studio that I just keep adding more and more things to. Because this week was a mother puppy and I got little to nothing done, I'm hoping that once Eric and I get into a better routine, since he's changing shifts and we're dealing with things at the house right now. I'm hoping that once we get settled in a couple of weeks, we can, get into a better routine, that I will just be making videos all week long. But until then, be nice to me. That's all. Okay, so that's it. That's all I had to say. So that's done. Cording is in. Whoever asked for cording, I think it was Connie last week. Somebody was like, where's the cording? We got a ton of cording. It is all updated. I just updated it before we came in here. We are still out of purple because they're out of purple. I don't know why, but we ordered a ton. I have more coming, so I did the best that I could on that. Barb has a question. She's doing the question finger at me. Yes, Barbara?
Cindy would like to know, she says, I can't remember. Are you all going to be carrying number 3 zippers?
No, we are not. I have no plans of doing that anytime in the future or now or past, present, or anything else. We're sticking with number 5s. Just remember, we have to worry about space and finances and sanity and all that. So no, I will not be carrying number 3 because number 5 zippers work for everything. And if you disagree with that and you need to order number 3s from somewhere else, I get that. But I like my number 5 zippers for everything. I use them in a Diva wallet. Like I use them for everything. So no, we are not carrying number 3s. If somebody asked that, it was just out of hope. No, it is not. Okay. This is the most exciting thing that happened to me this week. And you watched my video, so I want to know if you noticed. Did you notice anything different in the beginning of my unboxing video?
Your hair color is darker?
Well, my hair color is darker, yes. Eric said it was goth. It's not black, but he thinks it's black. He said it's very goth. I'm going through my emo phase.
I don't know because I'm not sure I saw the very beginning.
And when I say it, you might notice it. So, I feel so professional now. I can do the hit subscribe.
Oh, yes.
Did you see that?
I did notice that. Yes, I
watched
see the beginning.
I watched a YouTube tutorial and I figured out how to do it. No, it has nothing to do with that. It was not like a I wish it was like a prize that I got. No. I've been wondering that for a long time, and every time I watch someone's videos and they do that, I'm like, it can't be that hard. I need to know how to do that. So I looked on YouTube and I found this amazing, this guy, and of course now I can't remember his name, such a fantastic tutorial. It was so to the point, but he was like super friendly, and he just and everything. And if you were like, oh, but what about this? He answered it next. He was like, but it's okay because this happens. It was short and sweet, to the point, links. Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Because I watched somebody that's been doing it for 20 years, and she just started doing that.
Well, I'm only on year 2, so I feel pretty good about that.
She's been doing it for over 20 years.
And that's the other thing, as Marlene mentioned, we hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube this week, so that was the highlight of Monday, because Monday was just a big steaming pile of poop, and then YouTube was like, but wait, I have something exciting to tell you. So I was very excited about that. But let me tell you, that is when you know that you're a real adult, when that's the thing that excites you. That, and I got new pens that I really like. So
let me see.
Yeah, I'm watching you click away there.
They're amazing. Yes. Listen.
These are the kind of pens I like. Can we have some?
We'll get them. Yes, we'll order them for the office. Listen, it's not untrue that 1 minute you are young, you are starting your night at 10 p.m., you are living on alcohol and 2 a.m. pizza, and the next thing you know, you're turning the radio down to see better. That is where the point in my life where I have gotten. And I'm like, guys, I got new pens.
I know.
And a subscribe button on YouTube. My life is sad. So
we want new pens.
And they love my new pens.
We're so easy.
If this is your first time watching, God bless you, and I hope you stay. So anyway, let's get into more interesting stuff than pens. So I did some testing over the weekend because we had our virtual retreat. And I convinced myself that the virtual retreat was 2 weekends ago. It was this past weekend. I am brain damaged. So I did finish something, which it never happens. It's the only thing I finished. But isn't it cute?
It came out
So cute.
And the Who cork is out of stock right now. It's coming back.
Yeah.
It's coming. But I did the tomato on the bottom, and then I did the new lilac waterproof.
Oh my
goodness.
Isn't it cute? So the other day, I took a walk. I took 2 walks this week.
Good for you.
I also ate an entire chocolate Easter bunny because it's all about balance. 2-mile walk, entire chocolate bunny. It's all about evening it all out. So I wanted to go because I needed Parmesan cheese at the grocery store, which is a mile from my house. And I was like, I don't want to take a walk, go back, drive in the car. I'm like, I'm just going to walk to the grocery store.
There you go.
What am I going to do with the Parmesan cheese? And I had this. So I walked to the store with my backpack on. I got there and the kid goes, do you need a bag? I said, no, I'm putting it in my backpack. They looked at me like I was a crazy person. I was like, they were probably like 15.
Yeah.
So I knew, whatever. But I took my backpack full of cheese and I went home. So that's what I made at the virtual retreat. I'm telling you, my life is so interesting.
So exciting.
Did
I
everybody
thought mine was
leave?
cheese
Are they
carrier.
done?
No.
So 2 of the things, actually no, 3. I tested 3 things during the virtual retreat, and I know some of you have been emailing me and asking me because you're very anxious. I didn't bring it with me because it's at home. The iron, the cordless iron. What are my thoughts? This is why the box is here to remind me to talk about the iron. That's why, Marlene.
Okay.
So, I wanted Marlene to know what was going on. So, thoughts on the cordless iron. Do I like it? Yes. Am I glad that I bought it? Yes. Will it replace my current iron? Probably not. Do I think that I needed to spend $104 with a discount on an iron? No. It's not that remarkable. For 40, 50 bucks that I spend on my regular irons, I get great results, and I buy Sunbeam. I buy cheapo irons. So a $100 iron is expensive to me. Do I like it? Absolutely, and I'm still going to use it. Here's the things that I did like about it. Number 1, it is cordless. The base obviously has cord and has to be plugged in, and it's not that long. Like, you wouldn't be able to just put it anywhere, like, just kind of know where your outlets are. It wasn't the longest cord ever, but it was fine. It stayed hot. I timed it because I'm sad. For 30 minutes, it stayed on. So you know how the automatic shut-off, automatic shut-off on my Sunbeam went off in, like, I think it was 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. 30 minutes before it auto shut off. So I thought that was pretty cool. It got hot. Most of your irons have, 5 to 7 settings?
Yeah.
This one has 3. It's like cool, medium, hot. The hot is hot. I was pleasantly surprised with how hot it was. Yes. I did put steam in it. One negative on the steam, don't leave the steam button on because the iron sits at an angle and the steam just keeps steaming and steaming and steaming. So you have to turn the steam button off, and I was just using the button. So kind of an annoying feature since you give it as an option. Well, I was like, is there something wrong? I just plugged this iron in and it's steaming. No, it's at too much of an angle, so the steam keeps coming out. So I did like it with steam. The top of it removes, which I'm not sure what the whole purpose is of that. Maybe if you need to take it to your sink, like to fill it easier, but you can, there's a little like button, and you just pop the plastic off to fill it. You don't have to, you can fill it when it's on. Weird feature, I don't know what it's for. I don't read manuals, so just get over it. I did like the double pointed part because like on the backpack, I was pressing the cork seam. And when I press a fabric seam, I just press once and I use a little bit of steam. When I press cork, I usually go across and then backwards and I use my clapper, and I didn't have my clapper at home. So with the double point, it pressed the seam open both directions. It was kind of cool. I like that. Doesn't have a ton of steam holes because it is small, so I got good steam, but not a ton of steam. The plate itself, the holes are only on the outside, they're not in the center. So I think for fabric, it's a better iron than for like bag making where we really want like power and steam. I think it's a good iron, but it didn't do anything that like over the top compared to my $40 Sunbeam. So yes, I liked it. I'm not going to say I loved it, but I mean, I don't love any iron, but I mean, I would say it's fairly equal to the Sunbeam. If they both died and I had to buy another one, I'd probably just buy the Sunbeam again. So good, not great, has some work to do. I would love if it was a little bigger and had more steam holes. I would probably like it even better. But it was nice to have it cordless and to be able to iron and not tripping over cords and moving cords and stuff. That was kind of nice. So I did like it. I did. So that's my review on the Panasonic iron. I give it like a 4 out of 5. you know.
Jessica's Consumer Report.
Jessica's Consumer Reports.
Yeah, there you go.
Live. Okay, next on our Consumer Reports. Sew tights. So, and Barb actually used hers too, so we're going to talk about it. So, I told you last week this sent me a lot. I got a lot of things. So, things that I did not even bother to try out. I didn't use the digits. I'm sure they're helpful, but I did not need them. I didn't have enough going on that I really needed that. Or the sticklers. Sticklers.
Sticklers.
That's funny. So this is, yeah, they're sticklers. So this is to help so that if you're on an uneven surface or something slippery, which none of my stuff was, so I didn't use those. I can't review them. Things I did not like. I did not like these three. I did not like the little tiny Libs Elliot. There was not enough power behind these. Now remember, I tested them on cork and waterproof canvas. So if I'm going to test into something that heavy, there's going to be, you know, it's going to be a little bit more challenging than fabric. These were too small. I didn't care for them. The light, no, were too light. Good for fabric.
Yeah.
They're really made for people that have arthritis, but being lighter, they would be great on cotton. These were also lights. I didn't like the lights. They did not work for what I was doing. The ones I did like, and I was pleasantly surprised because I had tried these. And actually, I found my package. I tried them very briefly, and I didn't give them a great try, but I used them all weekend. I didn't even let myself touch anything else. Excuse me. I didn't let myself use clips unless I felt like I had to. So this is my dish of Sew Tights. Here's the downfall of them. It's kind of like pins in a magnetic dish. So, you know, they're all stuck together. But I did use them for every single thing to see where they worked and where they didn't work. One place that I loved them was when I did the zippered pocket. So the zippered pocket was a piece of cotton on cork, and I didn't have my clapper, and you can't pin cork, and a lot of times you can't see the zipper, the zippered pocket. So I used those as my pins, so I didn't have to roll it up and clip it. Loved it for that. Absolutely loved it. It also helped to smooth that opening since I didn't have my pressing clapper. Did not like it on corners. I thought maybe on a corner I could throw it in there. It moved around and it didn't really help, so I didn't like it on the corners. It did help on stitching around. You know when you use your free arm and your clips get stuck as you're going? Well, I don't have a free arm on the HD9 at home, so I was using it to help me with top stitching and sewing around, and they held pretty well, and it helped me to get a smoother seam. I liked that. I also use them on handles. I don't usually clip my handles at all. I just fold them and hold them with my hands, but I went down the length of the handle. They didn't stick to anything. I was waiting for them to just like stick to everything on the machine. They did occasionally, but not as much as I had anticipated. And the handle, here's the nice thing. You clip a handle, as soon as you get to the clip, you gotta take it off. These, you can scoot, you can just push them, or you leave them right in the middle, turn the handle and keep sewing. So you only have to do it once, which is kind of cool. I found myself reaching for the HD, these blue ones, probably the most. These were in the multi-pack. I don't know, something about the rectangle ones that I really liked. These and the Tula Pink hearts. Even though they're small, they're really strong. I liked these a lot. I also did use the little purple ones, not as much because they just weren't quite big enough. And these little orange ones, I like those too. So these are probably my second favorite, but these three I used constantly, and I really did like them. Will I throw out all my pins and clips and replace them all with Sew Tights? Absolutely not. As Cheryl said, it's something else to add to your bag arsenal. So I will still use these. I'm just not going to use them for every single thing. Just like I didn't get rid of pins when I got clips. But I think they're pretty cool. I liked them. Oh, and one other thing I did. If you have... Let's say that you don't like the foot that you have for your top stitching, or you have a problem keeping your handle straight. I put this on the metal part of my bobbin case, and I used it as a guide for my handles, so they came out really straight. And in case you didn't know, and I know most of you do, pulling these apart is a pain. You twist them to get them apart. You just kind of like scoot them. Watch your fingers, though. They're strong. Now, Barb took the pack of, what was there, 5?
I think there were 5.
5 of the long arm ones, which were, they're longer yellow ones. You're kind of on the fence with them
it was
for long arming.
Because I used them to load a backing on a quilt onto the metal pole, and as I started to roll it, all of a sudden they started rolling down the poles.
So on the metal part of the machine, the magnets are just going.
Yeah, it didn't hold the backing. Then I tried again. I reloaded a quilt that was quilted already. So instead of trying to attach it on the front with a clamp, I used those. And there it worked pretty good, but you need a lot of them.
And since we only had one pack, she didn't have quite enough. So, I mean, we're thinking for long arming, like 3-4 packs of them to really give it a true test. But she tried them out, and, you know, they weren't...
They're very hard to get apart, the big ones, though,
because the more magnets they have, the stronger they are.
Yeah.
But... I mean, this is just comical.
Yeah.
But so
that's why it's funny once you take them out of the pack.
Once you take them out,
but they stick to each other.
Well, and I took them all out of here because I'm not going to keep putting them back on cardboard. I only saved these so I could show you. I am not going to keep putting them away. Just like my clips all go into a coffee mug. That's what happens. It doesn't matter. Like, they come apart, but it is kind of funny because you can't just reach in and grab one. So I like them. I really did. I would give Sew Tights also a 4 out of 5. I think they worked really well. They weren't the perfect replacement for anything, but they were a good addition to. So if you have them, try them. If you want to try them, get, I would probably do, if you're going to do cork and like heavier stuff like I did, if you're only buying one pack to try out, I would probably buy the HDs, the blue ones, or I would buy the multi-pack, which comes with the mint, the purple, and the orange, and then you have a few different sizes. Because these orange ones, they're small, but look at the size of the magnet. They're strong.
The one thing, the magnets are very strong.
The magnets are very, very strong.
Yeah.
Now, I did not use them on my computerized machine, so if you are thinking this is a bad idea, putting magnets near a computerized machine, I get that. I am just going to assume, and I don't like doing that, but I'm going to, that as a company, they would test that out and make sure that it was okay to do that. I would assume it was safe because they don't know what machine I'm using. I'm not going to take these and stick them right on top of my computerized machine, but if you're just using them as you're working, it should not be an issue. I've had a magnetic pin dish that has been near my computerized machine for years, and it hasn't been an issue. So I don't think that it would have been, I don't think it would be an issue, but I was also thinking, oh, the HD9 is majority metal. This is going to be a nightmare. And it wasn't. It was actually fine. So I enjoyed that. The other things that I got were for cleaning, because cleaning is fun. So these little things right here, these little Eleanor Burns Quilt in the Day little things, they're so small. Oh my God, they're so small. And I knew they were. Cleaning your bobbin case and in your machine, it's not. These are way too small. But you know where they're really good is up, like, you know when you get up underneath where your presser foot comes down and sometimes you get a little oil on there. So perfect for that. So, I mean, they were good. But I got to tell you guys, go buy pipe cleaners and coffee stirrers because that's literally all this is. Seriously, like, no offense.
Were they selling those?
No,
Oh,
no.
they were
No
giving
offense
those
to the lovely woman that handed one to me and my mother. It was very nice of her. I would not buy this, but go buy these and just go buy pipe cleaners because this thing cleaned better than those. It cleaned better than anything because that's kind of what they're for. And now I guess they don't call them pipe cleaners anymore. Somebody said they call them fuzzy somethings or other because we don't clean pipes with them anymore. Okay, so whatever. So I took this and I mean, I got into everything, and when it got dirty, I took it out. You can see that it's dirty here, and I just twisted it again.
Around.
So don't buy these. Like, don't be duped. Just go buy pipe cleaners and coffee stirrers, or go steal them
the
from
coffee
Stewart's. I didn't say that. I did not encourage theft. But listen, you can find coffee stirrers for free, you know, in a lot of places. But I think the shorter ones are probably better, though, because, you know, these do bend. Yeah. But, like, getting in under my machine and, like, up, it was pretty cool. So, 5 out of 5 on this thing. I'm giving these, like, a 3. They had their purpose, but they weren't my favorite. But I got a whole package of them. I'm going to use them because I don't know about you, but I get annoyed when I'm sewing because I always have needle down. And when the needle comes down and I see that little greasy ring of bleh, I'm like, oh, it's got to get clean. And my brush is never strong enough to get it all out. Those little things were good for that. So
are they stiff?
Oh,
they're pretty stiff, yeah. And they're disposable, which they should be. But yeah, they don't bend.
Yeah.
They're pretty stiff. So you can take some if you want to try them out. I have a package of them. Okay.
Small.
So,
tiny, yeah.
For micro tip for precise cleaning.
So the last thing that we were playing with in the virtual retreat was this box, and I know you're all going to ask me, and I will find the link and post it because I.
Did you figure out what it's for?
Oh, I did, but the name of it was like 52 blah 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 1,000 words. I'll find it. It was from Amazon. This was like $26, I think. But we were messing around because somebody in the virtual retreat the last time in January had something similar to this. These are, I'm just gonna grab one. These are like kind of sharp on this side and they're leather punches. Hers had like a handle on it so she could, you know, tap it down. And you're supposed to just tap these with a hammer. But could I use it with a rivet press? You know, yes, I can.
We'll find out.
Yes, I can. I used it with my cam snap because I was at home and I had my rectangular pressing plates for key fobs. I know I'm not supposed to use it for that. If Judy from Cam Snaps catches this, I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me. So I used it and it worked. Better on cork because it's made for leather than fabric. But we were wondering, in all this, could we do twist locks?
Yeah.
And diva wallets, and the answer is yes. You also have 100 other cookie cutters that you'll never use. Like, I don't know what I'm going to use that for. But there's 52 of these. I found a use for like 3. But it was fun. And if you have a problem cutting holes, you can do that. So in the meantime, because we're having this conversation, and somebody says, you know, Cam Snaps makes actual pressing plates. And on the description, it is for stamps and anything like this. They're supposed to be plates. So I was like, well, let me order the pressing plates. Could they be any bigger? Could they be any bigger? I was not expecting this. Oh my, seriously? Like, I feel like a monkey. Like, how, they're enormous and they're heavy. But I ordered them anyway. So for everybody wondering from the virtual retreat, these are the pressing plates. These are what they actually look like. They're freaking huge. They're almost 3 inches across. But they also worked. And this is what they're supposed to be for. So I felt better using these to do the job. So between the two of these things, yes. Now, I don't have problems cutting the holes and the openings and things. That's just me. But if you do and you want options, you have options. And since I was ordering from Cam Snaps, guess what else I decided to order? This is Charlie's fault.
Oh, the hand one.
I ordered the hand press because I tried Charlie's at the in-person retreat and I just had to know. I had to try my own. So I did. And there is a $10 off coupon that's on the website. I don't know if it's always there, but it's there. You can just like add the coupon to your cart and save. So this is 20 bucks. So here's the thing. If you are like, you've been listening to me for a year now talking about rivets and snaps and you're like, I want to, but I don't really have room for a big press and I don't want to spend the money. This is 20 bucks. You still have to buy the dies, but the bottom part here, you don't need the adapter. So that saves you a little bit of money. It doesn't take up as much room and it's not hard. Now you have hand strength problems. How do you feel with that? It's easy, right?
Yeah, it's easy.
It's really, really easy. But for the next question, no, these don't fit in it. They don't. They're too damn big. They don't fit in there. Also, I feel like between that and this, like that would be a real crunch. So this does not fit. It is noted on the website, but I'm just telling you now. But you can do any of the other dies. You can do, I think I'm gonna hit myself in the face. You can do rivets, you can do snaps, you can do whatever you want, and you have a little one, and it's very easy to use.
Oh,
so I bought it because I bought it for you.
Because.
But let me tell you, okay, even if I never use it again, which I know that I will, but even if I don't, I was fixing a bag for a very good friend. I don't do that for everybody, but well, she kind of scares me a little bit, so I felt like I had to. I was trying to rivet her handle that had ripped. I tried it with the tabletop. Oh, it's a pain because you can't see where you're going. I did it with this. I put the punch die in here, got in there, punched it, put the rivets in. It was awesome. So like tight spaces where you don't have good visibility, it was well worth it. So this worth 20 bucks. 10 out of 10. I loved it. I loved it. My scoring system just changed, but I do love that. So
Mary Hen says she just loves that you spend money.
You know,
That's always
for any
money.
of you that watch these videos and think, wow, must be nice. You have all this money. I don't. I'm so broke, but I just keep buying things because I have mental problems. So I wanted to get one for a while. And I mean, it's 20 bucks. So now I can say, if you are on the fence and you were thinking, maybe I will just get a rivet press, but I don't want to spend $100 and some odd, here it is. Yes, I still owe you guys the basics list. I just haven't gotten it yet because it's been a puppy week. But don't worry. I'm going to get that done. It's still on my to-do list. So Last thing, and then we're going to test stuff out.
Oh boy.
It's going to be fun.
Okay.
The S9, my Skyline S9, my new machine, the video is up. I did do an unboxing. I have never done an unboxing before.
It's an awesome video. Watch
But
it.
I got a review from a lady, Barb Wolf, I think was her name, from upstate New York, who says, I never watch videos and I liked yours. And I watched the whole thing. And that was a big compliment. And somebody else said, I did a good job. And I don't know what I did differently, but I'll keep doing it. So
yeah.
that was fun. I got shocked several times because my table is metal and the styrofoam. Yes. And also I'm working on a blooper reel that I will be releasing to you at the end of the year. And there's some stuff on there. So it's fun. I watch it whenever I'm sad. I just watch. There's a lot of beep, beep, beep. It's fun. So go check that out. That is my Janome Maker machine. So anytime I do videos for Janome, that will be the featured machine in there. And I am working on a new video tutorial for Janome soon. That's all. Okay, so I can't tell you too much. I'm gonna take a sip here.
Well, I learned something from your video, and I don't even have that machine.
And that blows me away.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I finished my pencil box.
There you go.
And it was super, super easy. I know it was supposed to relax me. I feel like in the moment I was relaxed. I don't feel more relaxed now. I don't know if it's like a residual thing that hangs on, but in the moment it was very relaxing. I sat in my bed with the dogs next to me, just watching Netflix and doing my thing. So that was fun. So if you want to do that, you can do that. If you need to relax. I always need to relax. So, okay, most of the hacks that I have found, and I am so sorry, I do not know where I found a lot of these. I hear things, I write them down, or I think about them, and I don't know where they came from. A lot of them were from different Facebook groups that I'm in. So a lot of them are about zippers, because zippers seem to be the thing that just boggles everyone's mind. So we're gonna do some of those. I do have one that has to do with handles. So we are going to myth bust. We're going to, is it a good or is it a no? First things first.
Do we have to guess first?
No. Do you want to guess?
Yeah, we could guess.
Okay.
Whether we think it's true or not.
Okay, so.
And you can clarify.
Okay, so the first myth, the first hack was when you are sewing handles, if you start and stop on the same end, you don't get the twist. So if you're starting, stopping, if you're going in different directions, you get a twist in your handle. If you sew and you keep starting on the same end, you don't get a twist. Do you think it's true?
No.
Barb says it's not true. Marlene says it's not true. I say it's partially true. Okay? So, of course, whenever you want something to happen, it never does. I tried a little handle. It got some twisting. Mm-hmm. I have had them get really bad. So it's got some twisting. I just sewed it however I wanted. I did this one. Okay? This one just looks crummy because it was in my bag. The wider ones didn't really twist. No. So that one was fine. So then I did, hold on, I clipped it. However I wanted. Because what I normally do is I start,
it was just like
right, I go across the bottom because it's usually a selvage. I go up, I switch feet, and I do it again. So I did sew both directions. So I did that on this one, and it's got a little twist to it. Mm-hmm. Then I did this one, and I cut the end so I knew, and I only started on this end. That's how it looks. So I'm going to have to say this one's a bust. I think it's less twisty, but my handle's still twisted. It's still twisted. Yep. I was expecting it to be like flat as a pancake. Yep. So I'm going to have to say that sewing hack, it worked a little bit, but I'm not super impressed. I'm not going to change how I sew handles. So that was that one. And if I did it wrong, so be it, but that's how I interpret it. So I have to take the information and interpret it how my brain interprets it. Mm-hmm. I can't sit and, I don't need a step-by-step tutorial because that kind of defeats it. So that one I say, I'm in the middle. It better, but not perfect. So now we're all about zippers. So, so the first one that I saw, and I have seen this a lot. So we're going to see how this goes. The first one is for a zippered pocket. And so the hack is when you sew your rectangle, you don't sew the short ends. So I have always sewn the short ends. And I've always gotten a nice smooth pocket. So this hack, you guys get to vote. If we don't sew the short ends, when we pull it through, it presses cleaner. What do you think? Is it a yes or a no?
Yes.
Marlene says yes, it will work.
I'm saying no.
Barb says no. Let's find out. So I didn't sew the ends.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut it the way I normally would because I didn't see that I wasn't supposed to do that. So I'm going to cut the V's and the whole thing. I have my scissors here. So we're going to see if this works. Now, I don't have problems with my zippered pockets. So this is not something that I was desperately seeking. But every time I'm in a group and oh, I got a rotary cutter. Every time I'm in a group and someone goes, oh, my pockets look terrible. 3, 4, 5 comments chime in and say, don't sew the short ends. I stopped doing that and my pockets are perfect. So let's find out. So
you want to hear some comments about
please,
your
you read
ones?
while I cut.
Does it depend on whether it's fabric or cork?
For which one? I'm sorry.
Sewing back and
Handles?
forth? Yeah.
I have been seeing it a lot with people asking for like cork and vinyl and heavier things.
Sometimes she just cuts it on the longest length, whether it's width or length.
Okay.
I do it both ways. Sometimes the V pops out. Now they're talking about this.
Now the pocket. So I'm going to just proceed the way I normally would and see what happens.
Somebody says I tried not sewing the ends and I saw fray ends.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I don't have an iron here, but let me see. My ends look exactly the same. I don't see any difference.
Yeah.
And again, I don't have problems with my zippered pocket, but nothing's happening. Nothing. I'm going to have to give this one a busted because this, I mean, it's fine.
But will you see frays like she said?
I don't see any,
point?
I see a thread that I cut, but I don't see any frays. It looks exactly the same to me. So,
busted.
So here, because I want to be totally negative. If you have problems with zippered pockets, on your next one, try this. Try this because why not? What do you have to lose? Try it, see what happens, see if it helps you. I don't have problems and it doesn't look any different to me, but maybe because I haven't been struggling, right? It's possible.
Sometimes the V pops out.
Sometimes the V pops out. Oh.
That's what she just said.
Nothing weird is happening here. So that's all that I can tell you. But
Diana says that hack never really worked for her either.
if you've tried it and it didn't work, or if you don't have problems with your zippered pockets, move on. If you're like, oh, I can never get them even, the tip that I give you, and it's in that zipper video that I have on YouTube, is about getting your scissors all the way into that point as best as you can. And remember, sometimes what I find is that if I'm not at a 90 degree, because you know sometimes your machine takes an extra stitch or it's a little short. If I'm not at a perfect 90 degree, that's when I'll get some puckering. As long as the puckers are so minimal that they're hidden and they're not showing on the front side, I don't worry about it. I just spit on myself. Anybody got a hack for that? But if you're having problems and struggling with a zippered pocket, what do you have to lose? You know, try it. See how it works. Maybe for you, it'll work because I'm telling you, the people that tell other people to do it are like, it's life-changing. So for me, it wasn't. Yes.
She said the only thing I can think that would be impacted, would be the corners where you normally snip in. Are those corners better or worse?
They're exactly the same. They're
time.
exactly, like, they don't look any different on either side. So for me, it didn't do anything. So that was that hack. Okay.
There's another,
go for it.
So I saw someone who didn't sew the ends say that when you get to cutting the V, start at a 1/2 inch instead of a 1/4 inch.
I usually do start at about a 1/2 inch. So, but that's good. I'll try it when I'm doing a normal, like I'm going to follow through and finish a zipper pocket and see if it comes out any different. But I would say, again, if you're having problems, what do you have to lose? If you don't like it, you can always tuck it back in and sew the short ends and kind of go from there. I don't see any drastic difference, so I'm going to say that one for me is a no. What should we do next?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, okay. So here's a good one. It's always about putting zipper pulls on, right? So you guys know I have my towel holder here that Sue Smith, I almost said Barb Smith, I combined you. This Sue Smith gave me. That's weird, I never knew that either. I didn't know that. How did I not know that? So I have used this, you guys have used this, you've seen these in a lot of videos and they work great.
Yeah.
This was from Sue Smith and a lot of people have them, so I know that these work, but everybody has been talking about this thing lately, the handy zipper jig, okay? So I have not opened it. I didn't even want to take it out of the box because we're gonna try it together. There's instructions in the back. I'm not going to read them. I'm going to see if me as a normal, regular person can figure this out. So there's a number 3 and a number 5, so I'm going to assume we know what that's for, okay? And I have a zipper pull. I have no idea how this works, so I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to put it in the way that I did on Sue's zipper towel, because that makes sense to my brain. Okay, so it's in the way it normally is. I'm gonna face it away from me because that's what works in the towel holder, and see what happens. And I've got a zipper.
It's funny, I just saw this on Facebook too recently.
People have been talking nonstop. This is Gypsy Quilter.
Yeah.
I don't know their company, but everything they do is purple, so I mean that's fun. So, all right. Oh no, let's go this way.
They're the one that I have the guillotine from.
They're not the ones that do those pop-up baskets too, are they? The spring things?
I don't think so.
Oh,
no.
hold on. My zipper is
They
frayed.
have the one for chain piecing where you just
Okay.
the purple thing. I've
All
got
right.
A couple of them. Look at that.
It worked. Okay. It worked.
Perfect.
Worked pretty good.
Yeah.
Let me try it facing me and see if that makes any difference. I didn't struggle. It worked. But there's also, I guess the number 3 I would assume is for a smaller zipper, which we don't have.
Don't no
intend on
plans
it.
We're
to
not
get.
getting. Oh yeah, this is gonna be awkward. Doing it. Okay, no. You gotta do it backwards. So you have to have it facing away from you. I can't hold it up in the air and do it, but it worked.
Yeah.
I think it works just as well as the towel holder. I don't know. Now
Okay,
it's
so
all
I have a
frayed.
question. If you were putting a double zipper on, would it still give you that bubble in the middle?
Well, I think that bubble is going to be dependent on you and, you know, kind of working. Let me see if I can make this better. Let me see if I can get it straighter without a bubble. Deep concentration. This is when we need like that Jeopardy music playing in the background.
Oh,
Okay.
this Gypsy Quilter does make that pop up there.
Thank you. I don't know why I picked the longest zipper possible. All right. So we got it on. Let's try a double. Let's see. Now my method is to test out the bubble. Oh,
Look at that.
Yeah.
okay. Okay, I like it.
Perfect.
No bubble. Yeah.
Again,
Well-
this is not something I struggle with, but if you do,
Yeah.
towel holder and Gypsy handy zipper jig. This is it right here. And let's see, did I do it right? It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Put the zipper pull in the zipper, oh my God. Put the pull in the zipper jig channel, which I did. They didn't tell me how. There's a picture though. Insert one of the zipper tape into the pull, insert the other tape, pull the tapes down together. I'm mental. The zipper jig works with sizes 3, 4.5, and 5. Well, they didn't really tell me what to do, but based on the pictures, I did it right. So look at that.
There you
So
go.
I say this one works. So
Yeah.
if you want to buy one of these, I'm sure your local quilt shop might have it or get it for you. It's very lightweight.
Yeah.
It's got like a non-slip thing on the bottom. So I say either or do it with your hands. So there we go. That one was a good one. That one worked. Okay, and if you use 2 different size zippers, you have 2 different size zipper hole things.
Yeah, but it says 4.5. Which one would you use? The size 3 or the
I would say
5?
probably 5 because I would say probably bigger. That would be my thing.
Sue would like to know if you know how much it was. Do you remember?
Actually, wait a minute. Hold on. I ordered it on Amazon.
Yeah, there you go.
Shocking.
Yeah, really. You must be their best customer.
I feel like I am.
Goodness.
Okay. Where are you? I ordered it and it is currently unavailable.
Jeez.
Really? Okay. Barb's gonna Google it and see if she can find it because I don't know why it doesn't want to tell me how much did I spend. Oh, wait a minute. If I request a refund, will you tell me? No, you won't. Okay. So I guess nobody wants to tell me anything. View order details. Haha. I got it. It was
You got it?
$19.95.
I was going to say probably.
So price-wise, the towel holders are less. But I think they both work pretty equally. This one stands up, the towel holder lays down. I mean, I don't really see any big difference, but I think they both worked. So now you have 0 excuses to not put zippers on. That's what that was all about. So the next thing I got was a thread zap. Because everybody,
Thread zap?
a thread zap.
What the hell is a thread zap?
I don't know, but I might lose my eyebrows. So
What the the heck? It looks like.
It's what it is.
It's like a taser. So this is it's a little tiny taser. This is supposed to zap your little threads.
Is it really?
It is. Yes. Am I doing something wrong? Hold
Does
on.
it need a
This one
battery?
I might have to. Caution, tip gets extremely hot in bold letters. Keep
have to
away
turn
from
it
children
on, maybe?
and Marlene. That's so weird.
Yeah, really.
Do not install battery backwards. I guess I need a battery. That would be helpful. I have batteries. Would you give me a battery?
I don't know where they are.
I'll tell you where they are.
Okay.
Okay, or you can entertain the masses here.
No, we'll get
Okay.
Tell me
They
where to
should
go.
be right over to the right side of the that white box. So this is supposed to
I didn't
Oh.
see her right there.
right in that corner, and it's double A. I need one double A.
Look at that. Perfect. It's all in the box.
Perfect. Awesome.
Don't
So
install it backwards.
don't install it back. Well, okay.
And just so you know, it's the last one, I guess.
Yeah,
It's the last
in
one.
the
We gotta
box.
get batteries. Don't install it backwards. Oh,
Upside
okay.
down.
Positive end up first. Okay, so this
Cindy's
is
got one.
supposed
She
to
loves it.
He's got everything.
zap your threads.
loves it.
Oh, for crying out loud!
You probably put it in backwards.
I probably did. It told me not
Oh,
to.
you can also order extra tips for it.
I can't even use it now.
Let me
Why
see
can't
that
I get it?
thing.
I got it. You know when you can't get the threads in and it kind of... So this is supposed to be, instead of using a lighter, to like, if you're zapping polyester threads or if you need to
Yeah.
zap anything down here, we got some phrase.
Is that like freight check? With heat?
All right, just in case. All right.
What are those things on the
Oh! Oh, that's
Oh,
hot.
it does. Yeah.
Oh my. Okay. Look at.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
It does work.
Well, it works.
Cool.
I like it. Okay.
I like the goggles better.
I think the goggles are, I think they're a look. Okay. We have to be safe. So, Thread Zapper. I like it. Okay. So, listen, I don't want to mess up my hair. So, I know that, like, Lynn's Handmade and Jess from Oakland Roots, they all do they pull their thread to the back when they're sewing and they zap it with a lighter. But you can do this instead. Don't touch it, it's hot. But you can zap your threads with Thread Zap 2. So there was a Thread Zap 1. I'm wondering what happened to the first one.
She's got a. Karen says I have a large one like that to light candle. Oh,
Oh,
that's what Jess usually uses
so like,
to light candles.
if I went on Naked and Afraid, could I take this and start a fire? Because it's not technically fire. I'm just wondering. I'm not going on that show because I am already afraid and I don't want to be naked. Okay, so here's this one's gonna be interesting.
If you get a cut, you can cauterize your skin with it, probably.
Ew,
It's a
no,
cauterizing tool.
no, there is none of that here.
Well,
Okay,
Women
so
said it's
here-
a cauterizing tool.
this is the other thing that everybody complains about.
But make sure you put the cap on.
Oh, well, it's standing
After
upright.
use.
It's standing upright, so I didn't, because I'm gonna
Okay.
leave it out for a
Cindy
minute.
says keep the cap
But
on.
I might need it. Thank you, Cindy and Barb, but I might need it for the next one. So, all of you guys in the English-speaking world hate doing
Oh, I
curved
hate
zippers.
that.
Okay.
It gives me a problem.
Well, apparently, according to somebody in some bad group somewhere, there, I'm gonna put these back on. There's gonna be an easier way. We're gonna find it today. Okay. So, this girl said, don't sew them. Burn them.
Seriously?
I'm not even kidding. She says it's better. So we're gonna burn it and see what happens. You might want to get ready to run.
Well, I want to.
So, okay, so I curve my ends.
Yeah.
She says if you take a lighter and burn it, it melts together and then you don't have to sew it. Listen, some
What
chick
are
on the
you
internet
burning,
said
the
this.
tape?
Yeah. Probably
The tape's not
the,
plastic.
the tape is
911.
nylon.
Oh, that's
It's called 911.
Listen, just get your phone out. Don't touch it. So this is supposed to work. Oops. Don't talk in front of it.
I have a burn mark on it.
But you're going to sew over it. All right. I burned it. I'm going to let it cool off before I pull the pin out. Now I'm going to zap it. This thing does get hot. Okay, this is just making holes in the zipper. This is making the zipper fall apart. This one doesn't work.
Shelley has a question about your previous
Yeah.
thing. What happens if you install the battery backwards? Does it blow up? That would be a true myth buster.
We can
moment.
try. I'm just gonna
Sandy says you need a lab coat.
listen. All in good time, my friends. Okay. All right. So here's the thing.
Jessica's science lab today.
Oh, that makes my eyes hot. All right. It stinks in here. Don't do it with this thing because now there's holes in my zipper, like legitimate holes in the zipper. But hold on, Cindy said I have to put the cap on. Put the cap on. It's on.
Okay, good.
When I take this pin out, this is supposed to be perfect.
Holes and all.
No. Ooh.
Oh, it does fit.
Well, it did. This one is not. This one, I can see through it. So thread zapper, not a good idea, but it worked.
I guess so.
Listen, she
Just
said,
pour it.
I mean, it's not burned together, but it's kind of like formed into a
Yeah.
shape.
Yeah.
So it worked. I don't know. I remember seeing this post, and if anybody else saw this post, please tag me because I need to read it again. There were a lot of people that were like, oh, cool, and other people that were like, but why? Why do I need to burn my zippers? And she was like, you have to. It's amazing. So I did it.
Ann says it's going to make the nylon more crunchy, and then it'll break the needle.
See, there's a
See?
reason why. I mean, it's hard. Like, I mean, I can still stick my pin through there,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't feel like I needed that in my life, but I did it.
Now
So
everybody's going to be packing our toolbox.
Yeah,
of
really.
listen,
Lighters.
the thread zapper, yeah, this was cool. This was definitely cool because you get little frays and
Yeah.
like for that, see, it gets nice and hot. I mean, that works.
Doesn't
Yeah,
take
I
long
can
for
see
it to
it
get
for
hot.
that.
No,
either.
I mean, it gets hot within
Yeah.
seconds. So, like, here.
For that, I can see it.
That was like 3 seconds. For this, great. For little threads, great. I don't think, hold on, Cindy said put it on.
The lid on.
I don't think I need to be burning anything else. I will save that for candles.
I want to know, does it come with the number for the fire department?
It does not. It's very, do not put the battery in backwards. Do not let your children play with this. Not for children under 15. Wow, we're really underestimating teenagers these days.
Oh, Sue.
Don't
has a
store without
question.
cover.
Sue wants to know. What
How could you
happens-
possibly have questions after this?
Because she wants to know what's going to happen at our in-person retreats if multiple people do it at one time. I think we better ban them from the retreat.
We might have to. As long as your battery is in correctly, I think that would be fine. So the last final hack.
She's got to explain to her husband why she's setting things on fire. when
Yes.
she sews.
If you need explanations, just give them my email. Okay, so the last hack that I saw that is supposed to make zippers perfect. This requires zero goggles or fire. And let me try to explain this. So, you know how zipper teeth go like this? So apparently, if you put in this side first, the side that has the tooth on the top, it is supposed to not have a bubble. That's how you are supposed to prevent a bubble, is to always do the tooth, the top tooth first. The top tooth. Remember those Burger King commercials? You got a ranch tooth? My husband asks me all the time if I have a ranch tooth. Okay, so the right side is supposed to go in first because that was the top tooth. And this is supposed to be no bubble. So I'm not even going to think about it. I'm just going to do it and we're going to see what happens. So right is in first and then left. And no, I'm not using any of my zipper majiggy things because I just want to do it with my hands. Whoops.
Just as a side note, Bobby says she thinks that don't put the battery in backwards is for pacemakers.
I mean, I think everything with batteries tells you that. Okay, well, it went on very easily, but I still have a bubble.
You still got a bubble.
But let me try one more time. Actually, I'll try the other end. So the other end is the left side. So the left side was like 2 teeth higher. Okay, it's uneven, but the left side needs to go in first. Let's see, folks. And they can attest to this. I'm not doing anything special. Okay, that one came out pretty good.
Yep.
That one came out with no bubble.
Yep.
So I think you can still get a bubble, but if it went in easier, like the zipper started much easier doing that. So I would say that's a half a hack. So
Yeah, there you go.
it's a half hack. Excuse me, I'm very burpy. All right, and That's it. I lit things on fire. I tried that. I did it. I did all my hacks.
I did.
So that's it. That's all for today. If you would like me to wear my goggles again, find more things for me to test out. Doesn't have to have fire in it, but if it does, that's just fun anyway.
Get her a Bunsen burner.
There
Next.
you go.
Luckily, my husband wasn't in here when I was wearing the goggles and setting things on fire because it probably would have been bad.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something about him. Last summer, 2 summers ago, there's some thing where you spray something on a tire and light it because it makes the tire quickly expand and it goes on a rim easier. Watching them do that in the garage, I was like, you literally can never tell me not to do anything. You're setting things on fire in a garage full of flammable things. Yeah, but I'm sitting there and he's going, and then the tire goes, whatever. So that's how that goes. So that is all I have for you for today. If you have anything else that you want me to myth bust for you, or if you're curious about anything else, let me know. I will repeat this again next week. We will be here next Friday. The week after is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be traveling, but I will still be here. It just won't be here. It'll be somewhere else, and it'll be good. So
You'll be by yourself without us.
No, I won't be by myself. I will be
you'll be
without
without
you,
us.
but I will be my friend Cassie. I'm going to do it from her shop. So it's going to be fun.
There you go.
So next week, right here, same time, same place, same lighter. I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about, but we'll see. But if you have ideas, let me know. If you watch the unboxing video and you like my new, subscribe.
Watch it.
Click
Watch it, people.
Watch it. And thank you for all of you that watch this nonsense. And that's all. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend, guys.
Bye.
Bye.